Although acknowledgement of the power of the mind over the body has been deeply embedded in Buddhist philosophy since its beginnings 500 years before the Common Era, Western culture first officially accepted the idea that the mind has effective influence over physiological functions of the body with the discovery of the placebo effect in 1955 in the famous study by Henry Beecher. The placebo effect is a phenomenon that a patient's physical symptoms are alleviated when the patient sincerely expects or believes that the medication will be effective, even if they are actually receiving innocuous sugar pills that have no effect on the body. Research by Beecher and subsequent studies reported that patients not only thought they felt better, but also objective physiological tests showed marked improvement in health. This shows that mentality may play a significant role in improving one's health, and that external substances are not the single determinant of a person's ability to get well. Gradually, modern Western medicine has expanded to include more traditionally Eastern medical practices and philosophies into their treatment programs. Mental health is now emphasized as an important element contributing to a person's overall health. The heart of Buddhist medical practice and philosophy originates from the traditional medical system of India known as Ayurveda, or the science of life. Although many texts claim Ayurveda has always been in existence, its beginnings have been traced to the writings from Brahmin priests after the Aryan invasion of India around 15 to 13 BCE. Ayurveda treated not only physical diseases, but also emphasized the prevention of illness through balanced, wholesome lifestyles and mental well-being. Even before the time of the Buddha, Ayurvedic medicine spread east towards Tibet, where many of their medical practices were integrated into Tibetan culture and widely used. Despite the prevalence of Ayurvedic practice, the Buddhist community was slow to integrate the Indian medical philosophies into their teachings. After the Buddha developed the monastic order, any medical practice was restricted primarily to the religious community and performed only by monks or nuns. The Buddha didn't teach specific medical practices, but rather taught the health-promoting benefits of meditation and following the wholesome path towards awakening. It wasn't until the Buddha's death in 483 BCE that Ayurvedic medical practices gradually began to grow more important, although few advancements in healthcare were made for many centuries to come. The real advent of Buddhist medicine into a formal medical practice began with the rise of the Mahayana tradition. Recognizing the need for effective healthcare, Mahayana quickly integrated Ayurveda philosophy and practice into their tradition to serve the ever-growing monastic and non-Buddhist communities. As Mahayana spread to Tibet, China, Japan, and Vietnam, Ayurvedic medicine integrated with traditional Chinese medicine, resulting in one common Eastern medical practice. The spread of Mahayana also sparked the development of hospitals, leper wards, and clinics for medical and dental care in larger monasteries, which is also the first time monks took an active role in serving the community outside the monastery. Although Ayurveda was the primary influence on Buddhist medical philosophies and knowledge, the roots of Tibetan medicine are said to originate from Bhaisajyaguru, who is often thought of as a medical incarnation of the Buddha and who is the healer of all mental and physical suffering. The root texts for Buddhist medical practices to this day are found in Bhaisajyaguru's teachings of the Four Tantras, also known as the Ambrosia Heart Tantra, the secret oral teaching on the 8 branches of the science of healing. Bhaisajyaguru has also been referred to as the Medicine Buddha, Master of Healing and Remedies, and Lord of Medicine radiating lapis lazuli light. In Sanskrit, Bhaisajyaguru means herb heavy, which may reflect the importance and use of herbal remedies derived from complex alchemical procedures that have remained virtually unchanged for centuries. Bhaisajyaguru is typically portrayed with a sky blue colored body resembling the deep blue of the lapis lazuli stone, which is said to have curative and strengthening effects when worn. Images of the Medicine Buddha show him holding in his right hand the stem of the myrobalan plant, which can cure any ailment and disease with the caveat that the plant is accessible only to those who have the power to travel to the realm of the gods. The Medicine Buddha's left hand holds a begging bowl filled with medicinal nectar called ambrosia, the water of the gods. Ambrosia can cure disease, prolong life, and free one from attachment, and therefore suffering. These objects symbolize Bhaisajyaguru's ability to relieve all physical and spiritual suffering for sentient beings everywhere. The Mahayana tradition portrays Bhaisajyaguru residing in a lapis lazuli paradise realm, where he exists as a pure, inconceivable form that few people have the ability to meet directly, unlike the Buddha himself. In this paradise realm, the Medicine Buddha meditates on the suffering of all sentient beings, so that rays of light emerge from his heart to cleanse people of ignorance and evil thoughts, as well as curing diseases caused by the 3 poisons: delusion, hatred, and desire. From Bhaisajyaguru's tongue, multicolored rays of light radiate in all directions to purify negativity of harmful speech and cure diseases rooted in imbalance of the body. In order for all beings throughout space to benefit from Bhaisajyaguru's meditation and compassion, there is an explanatory series of cosmic events described in the Sutras of the Medicine Buddha. When the Buddha meditates on Bhaisajyaguru, he is said to be turning the wheel of Dharma, which means the Buddha is providing knowledge that elevates others to higher states of existence. The one who turns the Dharma wheel can appear in the form of the deity being visualized, and the world becomes the deity's realm so that those around may also experience Bhaisajyaguru. Through the Buddha's emanations, Bhaisajyaguru is perceivable so that all sentient beings may benefit from his teachings and be relieved of suffering. The teachings of Bhaisajyaguru provide ways in which monks and other practicing Buddhists, as well as non-Buddhists, can receive freedom from suffering and disease. If one simply recites the Medicine Buddha's name, one can eliminate their personal diseases or pain. Reciting Bhaisajyaguru's name for another who is severely ill will prevent the afflicted from being reborn into one of the lower realms. Buddhist monks meditate on Bhaisajyaguru's mantras while preparing medicinal formulas to ensure potency of the medications. Prescribing medications and treatments are considered offerings, since their effectiveness is a gift from the compassion of Bhaisajyaguru. Bhaisajyaguru's teachings are based off an understanding of three main Yogacaran philosophies, which provide rationale for how meditation on the Medicine Buddha can heal both physical and spiritual ailments for all beings. The first component is a belief that all karma is created in the mind, known as mind-only thought. By visualizing Bhaisajyaguru, a person's mind will change from negative patterns of thinking to the pure virtues of the Medicine Buddha, and this removal of negative karma will cure most illnesses of the body and mind. Second, the teachings on transference of merit are rooted in the belief that life is one entwined whole. By reciting and visualizing the Medicine Buddha, one deepens their identification with him. Once one's mind is in complete tune with Bhaisajyaguru's mind, a state known as samadhi, his merits will flow over since all boundaries have dissolved into one in a process resembling spiritual osmosis. The overwhelming amount of good karma from Bhaisajyaguru counterbalances one's negative karma, thereby relieving illness and suffering. The third philosophy requires efficacy of the vows, meaning that one must have complete sincerity when reciting the Medicine Buddha's name or mantras. If there is doubt, one cannot fully understand and identify with Bhaisajyaguru, so they will not be relieved from their illness. More than 1,000 years has passed since the beginnings of Buddhist medicine, and increasing interactions of people from both Eastern and Western countries have resulted in the integration of countless other philosophies and methods into traditional Ayurvedic practice. Yet modern Buddhist medicine still reflects many of the core philosophies and traditional methods first practiced by the Brahmin priests in India. Balance is emphasized as a key to a healthy person, especially one who is equal in Atman, Manas, Dhatus, and physiological functions such as dosas. Buddhist doctors take a holistic approach in treating their patients by examining all aspects of their health and lifestyle and individualized treatment to suit their specific needs. Monks typically offer spiritual guidance by recommending parts of Bhaisajyaguru's body to meditate on, which are seen as the same lights that emanate from his form while he is in meditation. For example, visualizing white light from his forehead cleanses the nerves and detoxifies the channels of the mind and breath. Medicinal herbs and medications also may be prescribed, and all medications are prepared by monks through traditional alchemical practices. Many of the complex alchemical recipes and procedures used today are similar to those first introduced to Ayurveda by Narganjua in the 2nd century, who was said to discover ways of purifying mercury into a medicinal substance with curative effects. Despite the time and careful efforts dedicated to making medicines procured from the simplest to the most poisonous materials, monks feel the key to improving health lies in modifying one's unhealthy behaviors and diet, and will offer recommendations based on the patient's specific areas of concern. Although traditional Western medicine holds much skepticism as to the effectiveness and validity of many Buddhist medical practices, there has been a recent growing interest into the option of alternative medicine influenced by Buddhist practices.